everybody. You see that ambulance right here? Right here? Well, I've been seeing them all day today. There's another one. Nothing is going on, and yet there are those ambulances. And you see the 3 police cars to your right, and then the one right here. And then where's the other one? Oh, here's another ambulance. Right here. So you see, nothing has happened, I guarantee you. Today's date is the 29th of December 2020, and I'm in Ankara, Turkey. And if there are this many ambulances that are required, and if there are this many police cars and squad vehicles that are required, what that tells me is that something big has happened. But the reason why I'm mentioning it is because you should go online and look up Ankara, Turkey, and search for everything that happened in this city today, and see if there is anything that could have happened based on the timestamp for the news publication. See if there is anything that could have happened that will require this many ambulances to be around, and also this many police cars to be around. Earlier when I was down this way, there were a lot going down this way. Now that I'm coming back up this way, now you see a lot over here, all around. Like I told you, the day that I got, oh, here's another one. The day that I got to, the first day that I was ever in this country, and I went to the American Embassy. And by the way, if you are going to the American Embassy, you stop at the bus stop where those police cars are parked right now, over here, on the right. Where there's the police car that just pulled off, and where there is the taxi that just pulled in. Anyway, if you're going to the American Embassy, you always have to get on a bus and go straight down that way. And the reason why I'm saying it is because when I got here the first day I was here, none of these police cars were here. There was not even one police car here. And now that I've been here every single day, there are police cars here. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying that, here I am. I have barely any money in the bank. I have no job because of this targeted individual stuff. And I'm not popular. I wasn't before this, and I'm not now. And I probably won't be after this. But though that's the case, all these police officers are they're making their money off of me. So when you go around wondering about the United States and the foreign aid that they're giving away, the foreign aid that they give to foreign countries is to uphold this structure. They give foreign aid to these countries so that countries can do favors like this. It's not just because America's nice. America's never been that way. And as a native-born American, I'm able to say that. I looked at the article yesterday where Trump signed the plan for everyone to get stimulus checks. And then in the plan it said, well, not in the plan, but Trump said that he recommends that the government take away some of the foreign spending because that money can be used for American citizens who need it. But you know what? They're not going to do that. The reason why is because that foreign aid is very valuable to the corrupt people that run the American government. And quite honestly, that's probably why he didn't get president this time around. Because that foreign aid, because he was probably thinking about taking away foreign aid. And what that would do is that would make it very difficult for this thing to be upheld, where everyone owes America a favor. That foreign aid is designed so that when people like me and you leave the country because we're being persecuted in America or in our own country due to being illegally gang stalked, that foreign aid is kind of like an agreement where America tells these foreign countries, all right, we've given you so many millions of dollars, so you have to come through for us this time. When we tell you that we want you to follow this person, your job is to not ask questions as to why you have to follow this person or why it makes sense. Your job is to just do what we say. And if you can't perform like we asked you to perform, we're going to have to take away the foreign aid. So yeah, the foreign aid, in Turkey, there are just as many poor people now as there were before America gave foreign aid, believe it or not. They may throw a few dollars here and around a few places, but it's really not going to the people that it's meant to be going to. It's really going to the people, the corrupt people in the government who don't mind doing sneaky stuff to uphold the system that's in place. Whatever country you go to, you're constantly being tracked and monitored. That's why my experience in Macedonia was so horrible, because America donated $2 million and then another $1 million to Macedonia as a result of the COVID-19 epidemic. And let me tell you something, why would you do that when there are hardly any poor Macedonians? Most of the poor people in Macedonia are the ones who come from neighboring countries like Kosovo and just the neighboring countries in the Balkan regions where they fled their country in order to find a better life. And let me tell you something, in Macedonia, none of the Macedonians are concerned with helping the foreigners. But as for the Macedonians, they are not needing that foreign aid. And on top of that, there are hardly any Americans there. The entire time that I was in Macedonia for 4 months, I literally saw about 3 Americans. I've seen more Americans during my time in Turkey than in my time in Macedonia. And Turkey's more of a Muslim country, which you would think would be less popular to Americans. And Macedonia is a hop, skip, and a jump from Western Europe, because you can go from Vienna, Austria to Belgrade, Serbia. You can go from Belgrade, Serbia on a bus to Macedonia. So the point I'm trying to make is that America gave all this foreign aid, $2 million and then another $1 million to Macedonia, but yet we don't hear about anything being done. Yet Macedonians don't need it. Yet the people who do need it are the foreigners who've illegally come to Macedonia, and they're definitely not getting it. So this is what I'm talking about. That's why things are so crazy. That's why they can deploy a whole police department to downtown Ankara, which is the capital city of Turkey, a city with over 10 million people, to do this to me and to track me and to harass. Why can they do it? Because they paid for these services. They pay for these illegal services to be done. So all these foreigners that cry out and say, oh, we need the foreign aid from America, we need America to help, blah, blah, blah. Even if they're crying out really for their oppressors. They're crying out so that their governments can get rich. And they literally see only 5% of the buckloads of money that's poured into a certain country. I kind of think about Lebanon after that big explosion in Lebanon in 2020. A few months ago, the Lebanese people were saying, we need American intervention right away, blah, 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 blah. To be honest with you, those Lebanese people are not going to see a huge difference. They may see a few free meals, and they may see housing, shelters, and they may get clothes donated and stuff like that. But in terms of seeing the bulk of the money, no, they're not going to see that. Because that money is going to go to the government so that the government can spearhead this reality of tracking innocent individuals who happen to come to Lebanon to seek safety because they fled their own country, because they're being illegally gang-stalked by the government in their country. So yeah, I just feel like making this video. They're not doing anything. They're not hardly out directing traffic. They're just sitting on their asses with their lights on, because they know that for sure, if I'm going anywhere in this city, this center area, this is the place where you have to come. This is the place where you have to come. So yeah, instead of looking at my video, I hope that you have listened to what I've said and you really take that to heart. You really take it to heart. That's why, and a lot of people want to ask the question, why is America giving foreign aid to all of these other countries when we need it? The reason why is because it's really not about need. It's about America fueling their selfish agenda. Trust me, if it really were about aid, you as an American citizen would be getting the money. But because it's about securing your agenda abroad, that's why these other countries are getting all of these huge installments of money. Because it's not really about helping others. It's about harming Americans who try to escape America, and other people of the Western nations who try to escape. That's why they're not listening to anybody when they say, oh, they should be giving it to us. We need it. We're the real victims here. Why are they giving it to Israel? They're giving it to Israel because Israel has the agenda of doing all the dirty stuff that it does. This money is not free money that they're just giving away because they're kind. They're giving this money away because there's something in it for them. Why else do you think that there's so many American military bases around the world? In Germany, in Turkey even, all over the world, in Korea, in Bahrain, in Qatar, because they want to make sure that they have their feet or have a little bit of land outside of their land so that they can continue to bully other people. That's the reality of the matter. You're hearing it from me. This video probably won't even get 30 views, but I'm just telling you how it is. If you're a targeted individual, you have much time to think about the reality of life and the reality of America, and you know that what America says it is, the benevolent country that does good. No, that's just the front that they put on to make you think that they are, so that you'll leave them alone and allow their deeds that are camouflaged by kindness to continue to go unnoticed. It's a mind game, really. Put a few good people on the front lines to make it seem like all Americans are this way, but the people who are literally pulling the strings behind the scenes are no different than Satan, someone who you can't even see, hear, or touch. That's the reality of the matter. Comment on this video.